Hello everyone, we are Group 7. My name is Salah Muhammad and Sakif and Ammar Mustafa. The project is Healthcare App. The name of the app is Sihat. It will provide the user with health information, analysis and condition. The provide a comparison between normal condition saved in the cloud storage. The app is based on two technology of IR4, machine learning and Internet of Things. This technology form the basis or foundation of our healthcare application. The machine learning provide a clear understanding on the user condition and also provide data to the cloud storage to compare with normal saved data and produce the output. But there is a problem statement. Sometimes healthcare applications are not processed or acquired as an actual doctor. In study published by Mana Medical Association, medical or healthcare app were 32% correct diagnosis, whereas 72% of physicians were acquired. This shows the medical apps are less acquired than trained professionals. So, what is the case of this problem? According to the study, the case goes to the quality of the applications and the information and the information that it required application don't require detailed information when inputting the data, and some apps are hard to navigate when to input the information. So, what are some solutions to this problem? Firstly, before launching the application, the producer should check the smoothness of the application and the quality of the interior of the program. Secondary, detailed and refined panels and panels.
Hello everyone, my name is Ammar Mustafa. Today we are going to talk about the technologies used. Our project will use machine learning and Internet of Things among the fourth industrial revolution's technologies. It will also use cloud storage to store data and information. Software becomes more accurate at predicting outcomes without being explicitly programmed to do so through the use of machine learning. In machine learning, previous data is used as input to anticipate new output values. Using machine learning will enable our app to predict outcome more precisely, but no programming will be needed to be done for that. Because machine learning uses previously recorded data as input to predict new input values. Machine learning is important because it will automatically generate contents for the user to keep them interested in using the app. The Internet of Things, IoT, is the ability of one electronic device to send and receive information and data with other devices and systems over the internet or other communications network. It will enable our app to receive input from any third-party device. Cloud storage is a cloud computing module which allows users to store data and information on a distant server, provided by a service provider for a subscription fee. Using cloud storage will provide us with a cheap alternative in storing our data. It will enable us not to build any infrastructure for storing data. It will also save the time and money for maintaining and upgrading the infrastructure. Next, we are going to talk about the description of the project and the project prototype. So our app will provide information about the health of our user. To use the app, The user first have to open an account using email or Facebook account. The user has to set a username and password for the app. When using the app for the first time, user will also have to provide input for age, gender, and height. All the information about about users will be saved via cloud storage. In the home page, there will be icon for weight, waist circumference, urine color, blood pressure, cholesterol level, blood sugar level, total time spent sleeping, and alcohol consumption. When the user enters into each section, they will be asked to provide input. The user can input these data manually or through connecting their phones with a digital health measuring device, for example, digital blood pressure monitoring machine, digital diabetes testing machine, etc. In that case, usage of IoT will occur. The app will compare the data provided by the user with the normal values saved in the cloud storage and will notify the user about their condition. The app will use machine learning to learn about the user's sleep pattern and will notify the user to sleep if the user is active on the phone. The app will check when the user is inactive on the phone at night and will automatically set that time as the user's sleeping time. And if the user is active during that time, and if the user, it will notify the user to sleep. The app will remind the user to drink water after a certain amount of time based on the user's weight, age, and height. So a problem scenario, a user wants to know if his weight is normal. He will input his current weight and the height. The app will calculate his BMI level and will compare the normal BMI level, which is stored in the cloud storage. Let the weight of the user be 70 kilograms and the height be 5.4 feet. The app will show his BMI to be 26.5, and the app will compare it with the information stored in the cloud storage. Then will show that the user is overweight and will tell the user you are overweight and need to reduce weight. If in a majority of days the users sleep around 11 p.m. at night, the app will set that time as user's sleeping time. And if the user is active on the phone around that time, the app will notify the user that it's his sleeping time. If the user is a healthy man, it will notify him to.
Cloud implementation. Information about user's email or Facebook account, the username, password, and the information they provide will all be stored in a cloud server. All the normal values for the measurement of the user's health will also be stored on the server. When a user inputs their information, that information is also stored on the server and is compared with the normal value that is preloaded, and the result is shown on the screen of the user's device. We chose to implement cloud server rather than building our own server because of the benefits that a server provides. It is cheap, easy to manage, time efficient, and it also totally eliminates the need for maintenance, upgrade, and certain infrastructure, which saves a lot of capital compared to a traditional system. Business process flow diagram. First, a user has to download the app from an app marketplace. For example, Google's Play Store or Apple's App Store. Then the user has to sign up if the user is new and has to set up an account. For this, the user can use his Gmail, Facebook, or Twitter, or can manually input the required information. If the user is old, then they just can sign in using their username and password. The user will be authenticated based on the data which is saved on the cloud server. When the user inputs any data for checking their health, that data is also saved on the cloud first and is then compared to the data which is previously saved on the cloud. This data is the normal value for the health factor that the user wants to check. After comparing the value, the result is shown on the device of the user. The information can be used for personal use by the user or can be used by a professional in a hospital or a clinic. Reflection. We have experienced thick and thin to complete this project. From learning architecture, writing report, and reflection, coming up with problems and solution to implementation of what we have gone through in an actual real world. And that is where our motivation came from. The implementation of what we learned and the experience that came from it improved our perspective towards what we are doing. With extensive research, we found that the accuracy percentage of trained doctors were greater than that of a healthcare app, reaching up to 72% accuracy for the doctors and only 32% for the application. This led us to search for a possible solution to these problems. First, to run more experiments and research to raise the accuracy rate to its maximal potential. Another problem is quality, which means the navigation and panels quality. The solution we came up with is to conduct a survey for all age stages, asking about what improvement to navigation and panels can be made, then implement these findings in the actual program. We believe that it was great and useful experience in which we learned new things and tried to implement them in the best way we could manage. We plan to continue using what we have learned in architecture to come up with new and creative ideas. Also, we are planning to garner experience to aid us in being professional. Professional life is our end goal that started with this project. We plan to improve our creativity skills, designing skills, and critical thinking skills. We chose these three because these are the most sought after in the industry, and these skills can be implemented in other life aspects. Designing, critical thinking, and creativity are three essential parts in architecture fields. They distinguish between a person suited for the job or not. Professional life starts with these multitask skills. Also, an important skill which is time management. Managing our time correctly can help us develop the previously stated skills and don't fail in other aspects of our life. So that's all from us. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.